Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi everyone. I'm making my little video to introduce myself. So my name is Fanny Silvestri and I am an engineering faculty. I will speak about my education, my engineering experience, my teaching experience, a little bit of my personal life and how you can contact me in this video. So I have a bachelor in aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering. We have to pick two different specialties. My school the name was Estaca in France, and it was specialized in automotive, train, aeronautic, and aerospace engineering. I loved all my courses about space mechanics, satellites, rocket launcher, all of that. It was one full year about talking about a lot of that. It was great. And then I also did all the mechanical engineering courses. I did 4 internship during my bachelor. It was mandatory to do a bachelor, to do internship. So it was mandatory to do 2 or 3. I did 4, 4 in 4 different countries. The first one was in French Guiana, that is north of Brazil. And I was working on the European Space Center where the Ariane 5 is launched. The last huge telescope was launched with an Ariane 5 from there. And my job there as an intern was to make a plan, like make the list of all the spare parts that will be needed in a year for all the trucks on the Space Center. A year after, I went to Tanzania in Africa for my second internship, and I was working on an interactive web map in HTLM for all the gas stations in Tanzania for a firm that's called Total. It's similar to BP. My third internship was in France, and I was working on a nuclear cell that is just behind my video right there. So it's a furniture where you can work with all the nuclear products. So walls are very thick, and my job was to take all the ends drawing that was made by hand and draw the parts inside SolidWorks. So that was the first step. And the second step was to make some modifications to the furniture that already exists to make some improvements or add some new parts of this furniture. My fourth internship was in Canada. I went in Canada for a 6 months, like a 4 months exchange with my French school, and I want to stay, so I found an internship there, and I was working on the design of a surgical table. I will show you what it looked like when I spoke about my master. So biomedical and mechanical engineering master, I did it in the same laboratory than where I did my internship. So I was working on a surgical table for back surgeries, and the goal was to move the legs or move the sternum, the front of the patients at different moments of the surgery. The X-ray that you can see on the right is a scoliosis, and this X-ray is after post-surgery. So the surgeon put screws and rods to straighten the spine. And my job was to design this table with a team, so with another intern. I was in master, but there was an intern working with me, a PhD, 2 PhDs, a designer. But all the different parts that you see, I work on the software CATIA V5 that is similar to SolidWorks. With the machines, we did all the parts. We built the table and we tested with some teenager before surgery, not during a surgery. So that was the first step of the research process. It was to test it with patients, but outside the surgery first. After my master, I worked 5 years as a biomechanical engineer in the Sacré-Cœur Hospital of Montreal in the research center. And I did different research. So it was for adult orthopedic surgeons. So more about trauma. So people who break their femur, like their femur. I'm trying to remember all the bones names, or that broke an elbow, shoulder, foot, the different kind of surgery needs. When they need prostheses, we have to test some new prostheses, design some new one, also work with new cables, new materials. So we developed some testing frames to insert. So for example, in the middle, we insert a femur, and we insert the prosthesis, we put the plates, we put the cables, and we apply forces as someone was walking or running or going inside the car. And we see the displacements of the different bones fragments together and the prosthesis, and check what is the most efficient way to attach the cables, which materials are the best to hold things in place, etc., etc. So on the right, you can see my profile on Google Scholar if you are interested about seeing the different publication I was part of. Oops, on the right is an elbow. We developed a method to measure some dislocations, and this picture is a part of one of the publication. Teaching experience, maybe what you are more interested in. I taught 5 years at ETS in Montreal, École de Technologie Supérieure, Design and Statics. And I'm teaching since 2018 at Chandler Gilbert, EC 102, EC 211, 212, and 216. So EC 102, Engineering Analysis Tools and Technique, the first engineering class to take at CGCC or any other colleges. We do some Excel, egg-drop projects, learning about technical report writing, instruction writing, presentations. We work on library research with the NEA Grant Challenge. We work on electronic foundations, and we apply the learning to board of director machine, and we complete with the automaton project at the end of the semester that wrap up a little bit of everything that we learn. On the right, you can see a dragon that is eaten by a knight, and when the knight touch the dragons, the lights turn on. And on the middle, it's the kit that receive the students, online students. 211 and 212, statics and dynamics. I taught them online. I provide videos of all the lectures and all the problems, quizzes to assess comprehensions. We do some homework exam. It's a too busy class, but super interesting. We will do a lot of drawings, free body diagrams. So that means that we will apply forces and acceleration for dynamics on particles and body, and understand why they move, why they don't move, what are the different equilibrium, etc., etc. I'm not sure if you will be able to see the video there, but it's a video of the motion of a piston. That's for the dynamics class. On the bottom, it's a truss analysis with SolidWorks, and we compare results with SolidWorks and with end calculations done in class. EC 216, we are learning computer-aided design with SolidWorks. There's a lot of different software, but that's SolidWorks that we will use. You are able to take the certification, associates, and if you get the associates, the professional certification, and you will get a little PDF, and you can add that to your resume. For the curriculum, we work on parts assembly, configurations of part assembly. So some parts that have some small small modifications. Instead of redoing a new part, we do a new configuration of the same part. 3D printing. We learn also how to go from a picture to an extrusions in the part. That's what you can see on the right on the bee houses with the coyote logo. We do some motion analysis, gear, some mechanical mates, and a little bit of finite element analysis to see the different forces inside the part, and drawings, dimensioning, tolerancing. There's a big part of this class is a project that could be, depending of if you're in person, hybrid, online, but online I propose individual or with team of 2. Some fun fact, personal life. So this is my family on the left. I have 3 very energetic boys that play ice hockey. I lived in 4 different countries: France, New Caledonia, that is a little island close to Australia that you can't even see on the map because it's too small, Canada, and USA. And USA, I lived in 2 states. And I visited a lot of countries, not just 2 last year, but since maybe I'm 18, I travel a lot. I skydove 4 times and will not do it again. It was, wow, scary. But I did it 4 times. It's already super good, right? I am scuba diver, open water certified. I wish I can do a little bit more right now. And I love dark chocolates. That give me the energy to keep working and staying focused, I guess. How can you contact me? You can contact me by email, direct email. You can contact me with the Canvas inbox, and on WebEx app. That's the fastest way to reach me. And because I have the app on my phone, so if I see a question that I can answer easily, I will answer with my phone at any time, not any time, but at different time. If I need more time and get on my computer, I will get on my computer to answer the questions when I go back on my computer. Um, you can reach me with in the class space, or you can click on my little icon and start a message, and that will start a message between just you and me. You have the link to my office hours calendar to take an appointment, so click on it, see what is available. If you don't see anything that match your availability, contact me in WebEx. We will try to find a time that works for both of us. So let me know if you have any questions, and I see you in class. Have a great day or great night. Bye-bye.